question review. You know, it's been a while since we've done an Ask EVW, and I gotta say, I'm good at my job. So before we begin, I did mention that if you do join my channel, you will get priority on questions asked in these Ask EVW videos. So if you do want to get priority for the next Ask EVW video, make sure to hit the join button and you can subscribe for like $5 a month, and I will guarantee your question to be in the next one. If not, you can always use the hashtag AskEVW in the comment section below, and I might get to your question, but there's always so many questions that I can't get to them all. With this new community feature, did you consider streaming on YouTube instead of just Twitch? What I've been thinking about doing is, if I ever feel like streaming Geometry Dash, I might do it on YouTube instead of Twitch, because there's so many people that aren't aware that I stream Geometry Dash on Twitch. Actually, to be fair, I actually don't stream GD on Twitch anymore. I stream a whole lot of other games. I just haven't really been into GD streaming because I don't really get a lot of fan interaction on those streams. So if I do stream on YouTube, I'll probably stream Geometry Dash and I'll stream like everything else on Twitch. But I'm still undecided because I just don't really have much extra time. Like, I don't know if that's gonna be something I'll have time to do. I know that there are emotes using the new join feature, and I know you can only use them on live streams. So, you know, it's making me consider it, but I can't give you a definitive answer because I'm so busy recently. I'm gonna be moving to a different city soon, and I also have all my other work to do, so it's a busy time. What do you think is something that a person should experience at least once in their life? Now, this is an interesting question because, I mean, obviously everyone would give a different answer for this. For my personal experience, I would say living overseas. Living in a different country for an extended period of time, like maybe 6 months or a year or something. Something that's not really just considered travel, but more considered like living there, where you have to deal with the people there, working in a foreign country. It's something that really opens your eyes onto not only the world, but it also opens your eyes onto your personal identity. When I lived in Canada, I never really thought of myself as a Canadian. I mean, of course I'm Canadian, right? Of course I'm a Canadian person, but when I was in Canada, you don't think about that every day. You're not like, hey, guess what, guys, I'm Canadian. It's not really a part of your identity just because everyone around you is Canadian too. Most people are Canadian as well. But living in South Korea, when people introduce themselves to me, I mean, the first thing they always ask, like, where are you from? And that's the first thing people associate with you, right? And it's a really interesting, kind of eye-opening experience because you really feel like close to your own country while you're overseas. And I don't know, it's really cool. There's a whole lot of other reasons why working overseas or living overseas is also interesting. You know, immersing yourself in the culture, learning a new language, and all that stuff is really cool. But in terms of like self-discovery and your own identity, it's a pretty incredible experience, and I think everyone should give it a try at least once before they settle down into like a career or a lifelong ambition or something. Not everyone has the opportunity to do that. I mean, it's a big thing. It sounds so easy for me to just be like, yeah, just go live overseas, bro. Like, you know, it's not as easy as that for everyone. Do you ever consider to continue Bloodbath, or are you not brave enough? I just don't know if I want to put the time and effort into it. You know, there's a whole lot of other things that I've been enjoying playing. You know, I still really like Geometry Dash, and I like coming back to it every now and then. But I've been enjoying the more complex gameplay of Mario Maker, and like, you know, the ROM hack I just started, Grand Poo World. I don't know, I feel like I'm constantly improving in those games, whereas Geometry Dash, I feel like I've plateaued a little bit, and to get to the next level in Geometry Dash, I'm gonna have to devote a lot of time into it. And I gotta say, when I play GD, my eyes are hurting a lot more than they used to. I don't know if it's an age thing or if it's because I'm playing the game so much, but it's really hard for me to focus on the game for a long time. So will I come back to Bloodbath? I actually can't promise that. Maybe. But I think it would be cool if Bloodbath was like my last hurrah and I did it and then like finished doing really difficult levels. I think that would be a cool thing, but I can't promise anything, and I'm sorry about that. Is there or will be any possible way to meet you? It would be awesome. I have plans to go to some of the PAXs. I would love to go to the next PAX West, but to get to PAX West, you'd obviously have to go to Seattle, where it's at. There'd be an opportunity to meet me there. I have met a few people when I went to PAX South, but yeah, like in terms of going to America and various places in America or places in the West, wherever you may be, I can't go there as often as other YouTubers that live already in those areas, because I'd have to fly all the way from South Korea, and it's kind of a mission for me to do that frequently, but I will be going to some of the PAXs. I have big plans to go there, meet other friends who are YouTubers, and also meet some fans. I think that'd be really cool. How long did it take you to get good enough to beat Extreme Demons? Well, the Extreme Demons I've beaten are considered some of the easier ones. I've only beaten 3, like Quest for Perfection, Cataclysm, New Cataclysm, and Ice Carbon Diablo X. They're some of the easier ones. And how long did it take me? Really, those levels are ones where even if you're like good at the game, maybe above average, you know, maybe if you can complete some hard demons and some, like maybe a couple insane demons, if you have like 2 insane demons under your belt, you'd be able to beat those levels with enough practice if you throw yourself at them enough. So I would say, like, beat 2 insane demons and then give them a shot. What is your favorite easy insane level, and what is your favorite demon level? In terms of an easy insane level, there was one by Blue Light that was really cool, but I forget the name of it. But anyways, look up the creator Blue Light and look up some of his insane levels. As for my favorite demon level, Forsaken Neon. I love Forest Temple, which is why I spent so many hours trying to beat it when I was 60 hertz. God, I love Forest Temple. I just love, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the music combined with like the intense mixture of gameplay. I really love that level a lot. And also Lonely Travel. It's my favorite travel level still. Classic OG. There's just something about the song that goes along with the level. I was just entranced the whole time playing it. Absolutely love it. Why you use secret ways in Geometry Dash? It's because I need everyone to think I'm a badass. Alright? People stop thinking I'm a badass, people are gonna stop watching the videos. EVW dab Twitch emote when? Yeah, I have 1 emote slot unlocked. Oh my god, do I go for the dab? Do I go for the dab? That is the question. No. I gotta get a hard emote first. What is your favorite movie or movie genre? Oh, that's a good question. What's my favorite movie or movie genre? One of my favorite movie genres is science fiction. Like, I love really good sci-fi that incorporate like actual science. You know, I do love my Star Wars, but that's not like real science. Like, you know, in Star Wars, like, oh my god, we're using the blaster cannons or turbochargers. Okay, whatever. They don't say turbochargers, but you know, you get what I'm saying, right? Like a movie like The Martian is really interesting, where they use actual science. Or even Interstellar. I mean, Interstellar, there's still some things that obviously can't be explained. The multiple dimensions and stuff at the end, and you're like, oh, what the hell's going on? But, you know, a lot of it is science-based, and there's some really cool stuff there. So, science fiction movies that deal with outer space, The Martian, Interstellar, those, to me, are some of the most interesting. But I also love gangster movies. And I love Korean gangster movies. Korean, like, action movies, like Ajashi, The Man from Nowhere is what it's called in English. That's a pretty cool one. So, yeah, I don't know. Probably science fiction first, and then action gangster movies, you know, like an English one would be like John Wick. John Wick is so cool. Don't you ever mess with someone's dog, alright? Are you going to play more The Walking Dead final season? Yeah, I want to get to it, but it's going to go on the second channel, because on the main channel, those kind of videos, they don't really do well anymore. And YouTube, if I keep on uploading videos that don't do well on the main channel, YouTube will destroy it in the algorithm, and so I have to be careful. But I will upload it to my second channel. And, by the way, this is a plug for my second channel. The link is in the description down below. It's called Eric Van Wilderman 2. I do upload a lot of story-based games there, and I will be uploading more story-based games, even ones that I don't do on stream. Ones like Life is Strange and, you know, The Walking Dead, and other ones, whichever ones I just feel like playing. If you were into my old story-based content, my second channel, that is the place to be. Alright, so that was all of the community tab posts from people that had joined. the channel by hitting the join button. Now I'm gonna go on to some random questions underneath my last Ask EVW video. Ever played CounterStrike? Never really got into Counter-Strike. I used to play Battlefield a lot, Battlefield, Bad Company 2 and 3 and 4, but those are the only FPS games I really played a lot of, in terms of like PvP FPS games. I played a lot of Destiny, and I did play a lot of PvP in Destiny, but that's more of a looter-shooter, kind of MMOE type game, so. Would you like to build a level in Mario Maker one day? I need to get better at making levels in Mario Maker. I need to make a level for a friend of mine, Oshikorosu. He made me a challenge and I want to make him a challenge, but I'm not that good at making levels yet. And I want to get better so I can make him a nice level. I have an idea, like I want it to be all about cape tricks, and I want to make him a level called the Caped Oshi or something like that. Our hero, the Caped Oshi. I think that'd be really cool. But I obviously need to practice some cape tricks myself and find out what I want to put in there, which I'm trying to balance with all these other things that are happening in my life. But I think, you know, I'll try to get that level out sometime in the next couple weeks. And so when Super Mario Maker 2 comes out, oh yeah, baby, I want to make a lot of levels. I would love to get into the level creation side of things when that game comes out. That would be so cool. Where's my question, you meanie? Your question is right here. Do you still wear your beanie when teaching? I have before, but it's only when I'm having a bad hair day. That's right, I do have some hair. There's a little bit left. And sometimes it doesn't look good, and sometimes I've thrown on a beanie. All right, but now here's what I do. In Korea, there's 2 semesters. There's like the spring semester because the school year in Korea starts in March. And in the spring semester, which is the first semester, while I want to make a good impression, I always dress very nicely with the button shirt. My hair is always nice and done, and I look very professional. And then in the second semester, when everything's a bit more relaxed because we all know each other a little better, sometimes I come in and I have a t-shirt and a beanie. But I still mostly look like a professional teacher, but sometimes I'm like, I can't be bothered. Whatever, I'm gonna just dress casually. And yeah, the students don't really care every now and then. But of course, you can't do that all the time. You can't be that guy. What do you think of North Korea? That's an interesting question, because I mean, I live in such close proximity to them. I could drive 2 hours north and I'd be at the border. I think that these days there's some positive change happening with them opening up communications and them not having done a nuclear test in a while. I mean, that's obviously, there's a lot that's open to speculation. Maybe they've already developed nuclear weapons, and because of that, they don't need to do any more testing, and so they're just hiding weapons, and maybe they're trying to catch everyone off guard. Who knows? But that's very pessimistic, and I hope that because of increased communications with both South Korea and America, the North is opening up more, and there's gonna be some positive effects in the future. It's gonna be a slow change. You can't end things overnight. Here's something interesting that a lot of people don't know. South Korea and North Korea are technically still at war with one another. All they did was in 1953, when the war ended between the two countries, they signed an armistice, and so the war is still technically going on. So step number 1 is, if they can announce the end of the war, that would go a long way towards peaceful negotiations and peaceful establishments of infrastructure between the two countries. So, you know, I think maybe within our lifetimes, we're gonna see a slow development, slowly opening up between the countries, but it's not gonna be anything that really happens overnight. Why do you always flip invisible hair out of the way? Did you used to have long hair and just kept the habit? Or do you have something like a minor case of Tourette's? This is a good question, because I'm always like wiggling my face and it looks like I'm always uncomfortable. So I did actually used to have long hair. All the time I used to swish my hair like that. I used to have hair like that came down, probably, yeah, to about here. I had really long hair throughout high school, and I used to have a lot of hair. I used to look super sexy, and I still do, but now I'm just like a balding sexy. I also do move my face a lot because when I wear a hat, sometimes my head itches, and while I'm playing, I can't really touch my head, so I like wiggle my head. It wiggles it around, sometimes the itch goes away, and my glasses sometimes bother me, and I'm like moving my glasses on my nose as well. So I don't have a minor case of Tourette's, I'm just like really fidgety. Why you started playing Super Mario Maker? Interestingly, I started playing Super Mario Maker because, I mean, first off, I mean, I've always been a Nintendo fan. I knew of its existence, and I'd seen a few people play it on YouTube, but I didn't really realize how difficult some of the levels were until I saw some Rubber Ross levels. I saw the Game Grumps trying to do them, and I really enjoyed the struggle, and I thought, hey, I love playing difficult games on my channel. I play Geometry Dash already, like a lot, like full time, so why don't I try Super Mario Maker? That looks really fun. So I started playing the Expert and Super Expert challenges, but I never really got into level creation or, you know, playing specific levels for a long time. I just like to randomize difficult challenges. I should have started playing, like, some more specific challenges and started challenging myself and learning Kaizo tricks a lot earlier than I actually did. But, I mean, oh well, whatever. That's in the past. I'm trying to get better at the game now. Can you do a house tour soon? Speaking of, I'm not going to do a house tour of this house because I'm moving to a more interesting place, a bigger place in a city that's along the coast of Korea in about 3 weeks. I'm really excited to go. It's going to be much bigger. I'm going to have a better studio to record in. It's just going to be awesome. I'm super excited. It's a bigger home. This home is pretty small. Like, I have my office and then like a bedroom and a kitchen, and it's too small for me and my wife. We saved a lot of money living here though, because it is small, so it's very cheap. And it's cool, so we can move on to the next stage of our lives, have a nice bigger home, and maybe soon we'll be able to buy a home. Hey Eric, can I ask you a question? I'm out of here, that's it! No! I can't take the sass! I don't like your sassafras! I'm done.